Hello class, I'm Lee Boggs and welcome to my presentation on netnography. Netnography is an online form of ethnography, and in this presentation I will review the key components of this field of study and how it applies to audience insight. Netnography was started in the late 90s by a doctorate student named Robert Kozinets, who has been developing, researching, writing about, and teaching the subject ever since. Netnography, which is a subset of ethnography, is also referred to as an online and virtual ethnography, but netnography is the most common term. Netnographies are the study of online communities. These online communities are associated with brands, and participants are involved through their comments and visuals. Their participation is typically considered during the data analysis phase, positive, negative, or neutral, or some variation thereof. Netnography research is 100% internet-based. It can be conducted around the clock, anytime, any day. Anyone who posts in an online community can be considered a participant. The research method includes online data collection and analysis. The purpose is to reveal cultural meanings, beliefs, activities, interests, opinions, and values that participants have about the brand, and it seeks to discover what is happening between participants and the brand and why. Since netnography is internet-based, data can be accessed by any computer with an internet connection. A computer may be the only equipment that is needed. After determining a purpose, researchers find, access, and enter online communities, collect the pertinent data, and interpret the meaning. It's an immersive form of research. Researchers enter the community they're observing and usually lurk quietly without being intrusive. But they can get involved depending on the situation while maintaining their independence. The best part is that all the information is voluntarily provided. Participants willingly enter online forums, comment sections, and chat rooms to make their statements, ask questions, give opinions, compliment, criticize, and more. That removes the influence that a researcher's presence may have on the same people if they were performing an in-person Q&A. In addition, data isn't solely text. It includes pictures, videos, images, graphics, charts, and infographics, and other material. All content is open for study. There are similarities with netnography and traditional ethnography. Qualitative researchers are involved in both forms with similar purposes: to collect audience insight, understand consumer behavior, and how that impacts the brand. The reports are descriptive and emotional storytelling. That's important for explaining the details of behavior and the context in which statements are made. Interpretation of data is within the context of the situation. One must consider why specific statements are made in regards to specific issues. The methods for data collection include field notes, filing, organization, databases, contextual recordings, and other means that help make sense of the information. In addition to similarities, there are differences between netnography and ethnography. Netnography is specifically online. It can use methods other than text analysis, like interviews, but that's online as well. While netnography focuses on textual language, netnographers lack the ability to gauge tone and body language, and that's one of the biggest drawbacks. Whereas ethnographers are intrusive and can see participants and ask for information in person, netnographers don't have this convenience in most instances. Because the information is mostly collected and downloaded, that makes it secondary data. Ethnographers draw information out of people, so that's primary data. Netnography is faster and cheaper, and it has access to many more participants and information quicker than ethnography does. However, all of that information can also be overwhelming. The benefits of netnography helps one uncover the attitudes, interests and opinions, emotions and values that motivate participants in these online communities. The anonymity in most cases allow participants to speak freely, unlike in a one-on-one interview. The number of communities and participants, as in the technology that they're housed on, will continue to grow, providing even more research options. Those who provide input are wide-ranging, and with the help of analytics, can include a multitude of demographics. Participants' feedback can help define the brand and what it means to community members, identify current and hot trends, and even lead to new products and services. For data collection and analysis, netnographers must first have an idea of what questions he or she is trying to answer. The scope can change during the research project, but having a goal will be a good starting point. Netnographers enter and join a community board or forum to gain the access and start collecting the data. Lurking can help one identify patterns or common complaints or compliments over a period of time. In addition to real-time observations, researchers have access to archive materials such as transcripts and visuals and chats and more. When analyzing the data, researchers classify, code, and contextualize the content. This basically means, in general terms, they look for keywords, apply definitions, and interpret the meanings. Like all research, there are ethical considerations for netnography as well. When entering an online community, be open about your research. That way, participants can choose whether or not they want to be included. If any participant specifically asks for anonymity, then provide it and protect it. As a neutral, unattached observer, it's important that netnographers don't take sides and that they remain unbiased. Don't attempt to sway the conversation and just let it happen organically. Take the information for what it's worth and don't try to make it what it isn't, just to prove a point or to persuade a client. A netnography example is Campbell's Soup. Campbell's already had a community webpage and wanted to make it better. They brought in netnographers to find out what community members were saying and what it meant. The researchers visited social media, blogs, forums, news groups, and more. They conducted a SWOT and comparative analysis with competitors to track best practices, trends, and opportunities. They found out that in addition to recipes, foods, and menus, participants also talked about everyday life, just like we do in real life, and that participants use colorful, emotional, heartfelt language and related recipes and food to good times and family. The research led to an overhaul of the web page, and they improved the SEO to reflect emotions and values and perceptions. In just a year, the number of unique visitors to Campbell's Kitchen increased 900% from 100,000 to 1 million. I appreciate you taking the time to watch my presentation, and I hope it's been helpful. I hope you learned something new, and that it may be an option for you as an audience insight tool as an IMC professional.